1.5 million for dinner at a cafe. Seriously? Well, let's figure out if it's really that expensive. Hi, we're Valera and Lori and we live in the Philippines. We decided to take a little vacation and went to Vietnam. We didn't have much time, just 5 days, so we planned a packed itinerary to see as much as possible. Our flight was late in the evening from Cebu. The flight was short, but it felt like we had landed in a completely different world. Vietnam didn't start with sightseeing, but with total chaos at the airport. And it was really convenient that we had booked VIP arrival service at Ho Chi Minh Airport. This service cost us 700 pesos per person and included being met at the airport and escorted to passport control. So instead of standing in the general line, we were in a separate line with others who had paid for this service. This allowed us to save about 30 to 40 minutes of waiting at the airport. We had also purchased an eSIM in advance, which worked perfectly in Vietnam. The Grab app for ordering taxis, which we used in the Philippines, also came in handy. This app works just as well in Vietnam. By default, payment there is set to cash. Right after arriving, we exchanged a small amount of money from dollars to the local currency, Vietnamese dong, at the airport. After calling a taxi, we quickly got to our first hotel, which we had specifically chosen to be close to the airport. The hotel is called Le Saigon. The rooms have everything you need and are quite cozy. Breakfast was also included in the room rate. The dishes were quite varied and tasty. After we rested at the hotel and had a little snack, it was time to explore the surroundings. And we decided to start with the Buddhist Temple Phoc Vuong. This is not a tourist postcard or a place for photo shoots. This is a real functioning temple. In Vietnam, Buddhism is not just a weekend religion. People come here before work, at lunchtime, for family matters, to ask for luck, health, and peace of mind. Not something abstract, but something very specific. Inside it is quiet, cool, and smells of incense. Next we found the Museum of the Armed Forces of Southeast on the map. Here the mood changes dramatically. This museum doesn't try to please anyone. It doesn't smooth over the rough edges or simplify history. The Vietnam War is not just a chapter in a textbook. It ended less than a generation ago. Many families are still living with its consequences. The exhibits are rather harsh, sometimes perhaps not very pleasant, but they are honest. After this, you start to see the country and its people differently. After such heavy topics, we decided to relax a bit and headed to a park. Just an ordinary city park where life goes on as usual. People do exercises, play badminton, and eat street food. The contrast with the museum is striking, and all of this is in Vietnam. Pain and life exist side by side. In Vietnam, seafood is an integral part of the diet. Because of this, there are many cafes and restaurants of various levels here, where different sea creatures are kept in aquariums. You can choose any of them yourself, and they will prepare it for you right away. This time we chose fried rice with an omelette, some vegetables as well as crabs and shrimp, and a bit of local beer. In the morning, we're moving closer to the center, to the District 1 area. Officially, the city is called Ho Chi Minh, but almost all the locals still say Saigon. Now we're about to check into the Diamond Hill Hotel. Let's see what they can offer us in our room here. This hotel is conveniently located almost in the very center of District 1.
Welcome to Diamond Hotel.
The cost came out to 7 million dong for 3 nights. The room has everything you need, and as a nice bonus, there's a bathtub. And of course, there's a bathroom with a toilet and shower, a wardrobe for your things, and a safe. Below there's a refrigerator with a mini bar. There's also the standard set, a large double bed, a sofa, and a window. The room was advertised as having a balcony, but the balcony is nothing special, more decorative than functional. The window faces one of the streets of Saigon. The room also has a laundry basket where you can leave your clothes, and the next day they will be returned to you washed, hung on hangers, and placed in the closet. We used this service and it cost us 500,000 dong. Interestingly, we also found respirators in the room. I don't know what they're for, maybe left over from the COVID days or perhaps for air pollution. If anyone knows, leave a comment. Breakfast is also included in the price. Let's not linger in the hotel for too long and go see what's in the very center of Saigon. Not far from the hotel, we saw the building of the Vietnamese Opera House, as well as a French cathedral, one of the most recognizable symbols of the city. It was built in the 19th century during colonial Vietnam. An interesting fact, all the materials, brick, glass and metal, were brought from France, which is why the cathedral stands out so much from everything around it. We also visited a shopping mall that offers an excellent panoramic view of Saigon. Another landmark and interesting building is the Central Post Office, designed by a student of Gustave Eiffel. Inside there are old maps of Indochina, high ceilings and a feeling that you've stepped into the past. And yes, you can actually send a paper letter from here. In the year 2026, that's almost an exotic thing to do. That evening we had a dinner cruise waiting for us. Ho Chi Minh City at night seen from the water looks completely different. It seems richer, calmer and even a bit futuristic. The illuminated skyscrapers, their reflections in the water, it's hard to believe that during the day you were sitting on a plastic chair eating soup for a couple of dollars and now you're surrounded by luxury. Throughout the entire cruise, there is live music, performances by various artists, as well as delicious food and drinks. In addition to enjoying dinner, the atmosphere and the night view of Saigon, guests are also offered extra entertainment in the form of a magician. I think I'll leave part of this performance uncut so you can see for yourself how he does it, how he pulls off all these tricks.
Now you blow it. Blow it. Very good. And you have me. I have this. See that? Your hand? Yeah. Look. And you blow it. Okay, you blow it. Oh, you can do the ring. The ring. The ring for you. I have some like this. See that? And my magic. Oh, magic wand. I will make this disappear. Do you believe me? No. 1, 2, 3. Disappear. And I will make it disappear.
Wow.
And the ring is for you. You have any ring?
No, I don't.
Oh, open your hand. Yeah, it's for you. Oh,
Oh, wow.
oh, the ring inside my finger. Oh, no, you have me. Have me? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's very tight. And I have a ring, okay? And the lighter, what do you like? The lighter or the ring? The ring, okay? And the lighter will disappear. The lighter here, you see that? It's inside the ring. Oh, it changed to the lighter. And the ring in my finger.
Magic, amazing.
Yeah. See that? Yeah. You blow it. Blow it, please. Wow. It disappeared. One car you like?
Just any
Any car you like?
hey.
Okay. And you? Say your name?
Here?
Yeah. Okay. Look, the car in the middle, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I will cut exactly your car. Do you believe me? No, don't believe me because it's on top. Yeah, okay? Yeah. I'll show you the car. It's a diamond, okay? In the middle, like this. Yeah. It's not here, okay? I snatch it to the top. And you, I put in the middle. It's certainly not on top. You blow it, and it jump to the top. I will make it jump to the sky. Look, it jump to the sky. Okay. Your name, okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, put inside. You put inside. Put inside. Yeah. It jump to my head.
Oh my God.
Yeah. hand will make it disappear like this. 1, 2, and 3. Disappear. It inside my hand. You see that? Okay, look. Ooh. Okay, I will take the car and you hold it, okay? Show your hand. Yeah, take the car and you hold it. Disappears. It's inside here. Now look. Inside here. Look. Wow. And now, look the car, okay? 1, 2, okay? Show your hand. See that? Open it. Where is your car? Is it here? Okay, open it. Yeah. Oh. No, not here. Where is your car? Oh, it's inside the bar. Thank you. Nice to see you.
It's a good thing that today we chose such a relaxing way to spend our time, because starting tomorrow morning and for the whole day, we're in for a busy and emotional day, probably the most intense of our entire trip to Ho Chi Minh City. We'll be heading to the famous Cu Chi tunnels, which have been preserved since the time of the Vietnam War, and we'll also visit the Mekong River Delta. So the morning of the next day has arrived. We're picked up from the hotel by bus. It's a long drive, so we make our first stop, and it's a workshop, a factory for paintings and tableware. From the outside it looks like an ordinary place, nothing fancy and no signs, but inside there's painstaking handwork that people in Vietnam have been doing for decades. Here, lacquer paintings are created using traditional techniques, with eggshells, mother of pearl from shells, and natural lacquers. At first it seems like these are just souvenirs for tourists, but when you start to look closer, you realize how much work goes into every centimeter. Here, for example, is an ordinary chicken eggshell. It is carefully washed, dried, and then manually broken into dozens of tiny fragments. The artist literally assembles the image piece by piece like a mosaic. Soft matte finish, a lively texture, and an unevenness that makes the image not flat but voluminous. Then they lacquer and polish it over and over. Mother of pearl is trickier. It's cut from seashells. Each fragment is polished, fitted to shape, and inserted into the base by hand. The mother of pearl shimmers in the light if the angle is slightly changed. The painting literally begins to breathe and shimmer. They can mix eggshells, mother of pearl, lacquer, and painting in one piece. Amazingly, none of it is automated. No CNC machines, no factory assembly line. Masters sit at tables, and for hours day after day they lay out the details with tweezers. Some subjects are traditional. Women in conical hats, non-la, rural life, boats on the Mekong. Others are portraits, Buddhist motifs, historical images. One small painting can take several days. Large works take weeks. And in this place, you especially feel the difference between something made by hand and something made in a factory.
And after we dry, we have to polish it in 3 times. So the first time we have the white sauce with it. The second time and the last time we use the same paper, and we just only polish this with water. Just only number water.
We finished the factory tour and are now heading to the tunnels about 1.5 to 2 hours away. And here we arrive at the place for which many people travel to Ho Chi Minh City. The Cu Chi tunnels are not just tunnels, they are an underground world built by hand without machinery. So upon arrival we were given tickets, we go through registration and we head off to explore these tunnels. At the entrance there's a model on which our guide Ryan explains in great detail how everything here is arranged and how it all happened during the war. These aren't just models, they're a model of a whole underground city. The Cu Chi tunnels began construction in the late 1940s during the war with the French and were later expanded during the Vietnam War. In the end, a network over 200 kilometers long was created, and these are not just narrow passages, it's a multi-level system. The tunnels went 8 to 10 meters deep with several levels. The top was for quick movement and attacks. Below were living areas. Deeper still were storage, workshops, hospitals, and command posts. Viet Cong fighters lived and fought here, with a special smoke removal system. The smoke dispersed far from the entrance so it wouldn't be noticed from the air. There were restrooms, armories, and even small hospitals. The American army dropped thousands of tons of bombs on this area, but the tunnels continued to function. The entrances were made tiny, disguised as leaves or earth, so they couldn't be noticed. In fact, it was an underground city of resistance with its own logistics, defense, and survival system. Of course, the special attention was paid to traps. They were as simple as possible, but extremely effective. Most were made by hand from wood and metal spikes. Often they used sharpened bamboo, sometimes additionally treated, so the wounds would be more serious. There were swivel traps, you step on it, and the platform overturns. There were pits with spikes, camouflaged with leaves. There were side spike doors that triggered when a fishing line was pulled. The main goal was not so much to kill, but to wound. A wounded soldier required evacuation of resources and demoralized the units. It was asymmetric warfare, minimum equipment, maximum ingenuity. I decided to try one of these shelters too.
You can hold the handle and strike the arm. Okay. So now they lock the way already, but before they still let the turret go. But too many people get stuck, so they stop it. Okay, next one, please. Everyone, make it.
Now the tunnel itself. It's narrow, low, literally forces you to stoop. Inside it's hot, stuffy, with almost no light. And it's hard to believe that people spent hours, days, and sometimes weeks here.
Straight or left?
When you go through even a short section, you start to better understand the conditions in which this war was fought. After the tunnel, lunch awaited us, which was already included in the tour price. We took a little breather, had a bite, and then continued on our way. Because it's still about a 2-hour drive to the Mekong Delta, the visage gradually changes, the city dissolves, and a completely different Vietnam begins, calmer and more rural. We arrived at the port, from where the journey along the Mekong begins, one of Southeast Asia's largest rivers. It's almost 4,500 kilometers long. It flows through 6 countries to the South China Sea. In Vietnam, the Mekong becomes a huge delta with channels, islands, and floating villages. Everything depends on water, homes, markets, boats, life. From the first minutes on the boat, you feel a different rhythm. We are offered fresh tropical fruits on one of the small islands. Everything is incredibly fresh and tasty. As we sample the fruits, local women play traditional southern Vietnamese songs with national instruments. I couldn't help but try to make a few sounds myself. Next is another local specialty. These are coconut sweets, something like a sticky caramel mass based on coconut milk. There are classic and other kinds with peanuts, sesame, and fruits. Tasty and very sweet.
That's one is old coconut, but this one is young coconut, everyone. Different recipe. So we have a lot different type of flavor here. We have bandan, we have milk, we have jackfruit, we have cafe, durian, everyone. Cafe right here. So we have also biscuits and coconut with sugar. Let's try everyone.
Yummy.
Then we tried some stronger drinks, including snake infusions. One is a little milder, the other, even more so, is much stronger.
You can smell if you want. It's not a full cup, so you just take about 30% of the wine, right?
This one is stronger.
Yeah, stronger. This one is stronger.
Exotic? Yes. Would I repeat it? Possibly. But this is clearly not a drink for every day. The excursion concludes with a peaceful ride in small rowing boats through narrow, overgrown canals. The only sounds are of water and oars, creating a feeling of slow time. Incidentally, this might be helpful for some of you. I'll leave a detailed route of our trip, including all locations, in the description. Feel free to check the description, download it. The following morning, we stopped by the renowned pink Catholic church known as Tan Dinh Church, which is one of Saigon's most iconic landmarks. Built in the 19th century, its vibrant facade looks especially striking from afar. An unexpected combination of European architecture and an Asian city. In this area, we visited the famous book street, Nguyen Van Bin, a nice little pedestrian zone with books and souvenirs. This is a great place to buy something for friends and family. And in the evening, we took a sightseeing tour on a double-decker bus through night Saigon. The city is completely different in the dark. Lights, skyscrapers, movement, energy. At this moment, you begin to understand that Saigon is not about one specific attraction. It's about the atmosphere, the rhythm, the contrast between history and modernity. On the last day of our trip, we went to the zoo. It's quite a large area, green and well maintained. The zoo here is quite large, with many animals such as giraffes, tigers, crocodiles, various reptiles, and many birds. We even had the opportunity to feed the horned creatures. I'm uncertain, but I believe they were antelopes or related species. And here I want to summarize. Was 1.5 million dong for dinner expensive? Overall, in my opinion, Vietnam turned out to be a bit cheaper than the Philippines. Food, excursions, entertainment, everything seems quite affordable, especially when compared to tourist islands. But at the same time, we had too little time this time to truly feel the city, with prices ranging from local cafes to more upscale establishments. Honestly, I want to come back here not for a couple of days, but for a longer period, to calmly explore other areas, visit new locations, and understand this city more deeply. Additionally, I'd certainly like to explore more distant areas, the rural regions, and perhaps some tourist attractions, but thus far, the overall impression has been unequivocally positive. Therefore, Saigon and the Mekong Delta represent diversity, dynamism, and the sensation of having only glimpsed the beginning. Thank you for being with us. Be sure to subscribe, give us likes, it's very important and pleasant for us. And see you in the next videos. Bye.